subscribe. Darling Radio. Watch and subscribe.
Jim Mack, what's up, Jim?
Hey, Tariq, what's good? You hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Jim?
Yo, up in Chicago, man, the Democrats, they started this whole thing by pitting these illegal immigrants in the neighborhood. And now they want to go and say, see, we tried to tell y'all, but y'all didn't listen. No, you created this problem. Now these illegal immigrants in the neighborhood, now they want us to get out here and say, man, you know what? Trump doing this to us. No, the Democrats created this whole problem, and now they want us to get out here and get mad about it. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Real talk. You know what? I keep hearing this narrative, and this is coming from the DNC, and I talked about this the other day. Well, the ICE, they getting black people. ICE is they kidnapping black people off the street. We told you. Now, my people from Chicago, they've been hitting me up. Shout out to my brother Thad. My Chicago people are like, no, they're not. They FBAs are fine. We're fine out here. They ain't doing nothing to us out there. Some of the quote black people that are getting taken away and detained, these are some of the Nigerians, some of the Caribbeans, and all that, but FBAs are not getting hemmed up out there. But I want y'all to understand something about that narrative. A lot of these people are fantasizing about us getting hemmed up. You understand? I want y'all to really feel me on this. A lot of these people, they want us to get hemmed up. Because if we're getting hemmed up, then how come you ain't saying, hey, let those foundational black Americans go? If we were really getting hemmed up, how come you ain't saying, hey, this is wrong, y'all need to stop? How come you ain't stepping up to stop it or say anything about it or speak out against it? Yeah, you imagining us getting hemmed up, so your first reaction is to go and antagonize us? That's your first reaction because you think, or you're not you pretending that we're getting hemmed up. So it's like, aha, y'all too. Nah, 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 nah. Because see, that's a fantasy. They want us to get hemmed up, family. I want y'all to understand that. All of that, we told you, y'all should listen. And that's fantasizing. See, they're projecting their own vulnerability. See, many of these non-FBA immigrants, they live with the constant fear of ICE or federal immigration coming to get them or their parents. All right. Because a lot of the tethers, they're anchor babies. So their parents or their grandparents might get hauled off. So they got to hide. You got to hide your grandma. You got to hide your uncle. Yeah, everybody's ducking and dodging and shit. Yeah. So spreading these false stories about foundational black Americans supposedly being detained, you're projecting your own vulnerability onto us. That's a coping mechanism. Yeah, you hope that we share your plight so you don't feel alone. Because we done delineated and you feel real lonely and vulnerable. We ain't stomping for you like that. Yeah, we ain't running out here jumping in front of the sword for you. So now you got to see, you ain't about to fight. You ain't about to do nothing. So what you doing is ducking, hiding in cars, doing sleepovers. Yeah, y'all got 20 niggas in a bunk bed. Y'all just doing all types of weird shit to hide from ICE. And you're fantasizing that we got to do the same thing when we don't. We out here just chilling. Y'all want us to be ducking and dodging and hiding too. We're not. We're fine. And they keep lying about this on social media. That's why we know it's coming from the top, because they're trying to flood the algorithm with those lies. And the fact that they're flooding the algorithm with the same worded lies, they're wording everything the same way. So it's coming from the top. It's coming from the damn DNC. Y'all ain't slick. All of the talking points is coming from the damn DNC. And these are strategic attempts to kind of saturate the algorithms with this I told you so type of content. So that creates the illusion that foundational Black Americans, we're facing some mass detentions. See, that's designed to manipulate the public perception and discourage us, foundational Black American, from pushing our own agendas. Yeah, so these people are sitting up here fantasizing about shared punishment. So that they want us to get hemmed up. Yeah, because we're not subjected to no damn ICE raids. We're citizens. We're the foundation. Yeah. And a lot of it is punitive envy against foundational Black Americans. See, a lot of these non-FBAs, see, they benefit from a lot of opportunities that we fought for, yet they resent lineage-based citizenship. So these false detention stories, that's a form of punitive envy. That's a way of saying if we're vulnerable, you should be vulnerable too. Yeah. And, a lot of this stuff is a distraction from their own deportation risks. See, when ICE, they start detaining a lot of these non-citizens each month, they want to try to shift the narrative to foundational Black Americans so they can deflect away from their own damn predicament. They don't want to face their own community's issues. Yeah. So yeah, we ain't going for it. Um, let me see. Y'all raise the hand, raise the hands. Let's get Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier in the building. Winter Soldier. What's going on, Winter? Unmute your microphone. All right. Let me get Dr. Hopper. Dr. Hopper, hop on in. Waiting on Dr. Hopper to get that mic together. Dr. Hopper, what's up, man?
Hey, Tariq, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
I was thinking the other day, you have a beautiful name, fantastic name. Do you know what it means?
Yeah. When I talk to different people from the Middle East, they give me different definitions of what it means. But yeah,
Right,
I know several of the different meanings.
right. So Nasheed is chant or anthem or song, and Tariq would be the one that knocks at night. But it's said to be named after a shining star
Yeah,
at night.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, nice name. Okay, so and I'm not trying to be anything other than respectful here, but what is the origin of having like Arabic names?
And basically, you're rejecting a lot of the Europeanized names that were kind of forced on us. So that's a rejection of that. And also, many Arabs, or not Arabs, but many Muslims, or many of the people who were enslaved, they had Muslim backgrounds. There were a lot of Muslims, Black Muslims. Even Tariq ibn Ziyad,
Correct.
yeah, he was a Moor.
It was a Berber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah, but in the book called The Song of Roland, when Tariq and the generals went up there into Spain, they were describing all of them as being jet black. And a lot of those Moors, the descriptions of them, they were all Arabs. Not, I won't say Arabs because Arab, that's kind of a misnomer, but they were Muslims. They were Islamic, and many of them were very, 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 very black. Yeah, Mali, you had a lot
Uh,
of Arab or Muslim empires in West Africa, Mali being one of them. Mansa Musa was
right.
a Muslim, and many people kind of refer to him as an Arab, and he was West African. So, and that's what it is.
Oh, he was definitely West African,
Yeah.
but yeah, but the Andalusian empire that grew in Spain, those were the Umayyad dynasty. They came from Hijaz. They came from what is now Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
But yeah, again, these even the word Moors is a very Eurocentric description. It's they consider anybody that came south of Gibraltar as a Moor. So it's a very general description of anybody that's basically on the other side of that Mediterranean. So I think that's a Eurocentric very description.
It more meant black because the word black wasn't in use. More came from like the Latin term Maurice. So they would use that term to describe anybody who had black phenotypes. There were even Christian who were
Well,
called them more.
they would consider me black. I mean, if they are albinos, so I mean,
Yeah, yes, and you Saudi Arabian, right?
correct, sir. I am.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so it's a very interesting history. Very, very interesting. But thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank
much. Sign language. Hop on sign language. Mr. Sign Language, hop on in. All right. Y'all don't raise your hand and try to get on if you are. There he is. There he is. Sign language, you good?
Yeah. How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, so like, brother,
Go ahead.
like, our blood's the same.
Okay.
There's absolutely no difference. If your skeleton was found on the ground and my skeleton was beside it, no one would be able to distinguish the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And if your blood was taken and my blood was taken, and they were to compare them in a laboratory, there would be no way to determine the difference between those two bloods other than, like, the A, like positive, B, AO. There's different types of blood, but those different types all exist within all of the races.
Right.
So if we really want to get down to the bare essentials, right, then all we're going to get down to is what we are creating and what we're nurturing, and then of our past, what we're identifying as good and bad, and like definitely like what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. But like, it shouldn't be from a position of like a victimization. Like, none of us should ever sit in a throne of victimhood.
So what does that mean in practical terms? Are you saying that we, black people, kind of live in the throne of victimhood?
I didn't say that in any way, shape, or form. And I certainly hope that no one ever does, and that no one ever tries to actually teach people to do that.
Right.
Because then we repeat. Like it's just like a rock rolling down a hill of like, how can we get anybody? And what's really important to me is the youth. Now, I haven't heard everything that you've said. I didn't know about you until about an hour and a half ago. So I found this, I listened, and I heard a lot of what you said.
Okay.
And I'm not here to knock you, brother. I'm not here like to like slight you in any way, or to harm anything that has anything to do with who you are. The only thing that I had to say is, I'm curious about the end goal.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
As it relates to George Floyd, you familiar with the George Floyd case?
I am familiar with George Floyd. Like,
okay.
You and I probably look at it in two completely different views.
How do you look at it?
Well, so you have a gentleman who probably wasn't, given the life that we all wish that a person was given, and we can get into that if you want to.
Okay,
I think that
slow down.
That's probably the bigger subject.
Okay, let's make it plain. Let me make it real plain. How do you think George Floyd died? Was he killed, or did he die of fentanyl?
Well, let's go to the autopsy. I think it's pretty clear he had drugs in the system. You're not going to deny that, right?
Did he get killed or did he die of fentanyl?
I don't think that you can conclusively say that he was killed. I think that a police officer was there to handle a situation, and I'm not.
That's
listen,
why we're victims of white supremacy. You just did "I'm white and I say so." That's why we're victims of white supremacy.
I want to at least try to like be clear that
No,
I'm not here to say that any police officer being rough with.
Thank you. That's all I want to know. See, family, that's all you got to ask. Just make it plain. That's it. When they do all of that, listen. I let them talk. We all in this together. We bleed the same blood, brother. We all. If my skeleton was laying in the ground, dude, and your skeleton was on the ground, no one would know. We're all brother. So nobody should be victims, dude. Okay. How do you feel about George Floyd? Well, he did have drugs. There you go. That's why we're victims. We're victims of white supremacy. You just pulled the "I'm white and I say so." Let's lesson time. All right. That's why I let that go on. Family, do not be fooled by the good cop, bad cop disposition of these white supremacists. See, this is what throws Black people off when they come in acting nice. Don't, and I do this for a reason. Don't let the nice white supremacists throw you off. Don't let them throw you off. Don't let them come in with the whole polite white supremacy. That throws Black people off. You're like, oh, this guy's cool. He's not. Yeah, I know this white guy. He's so cool. He said we all got the same blood and we're the same. Shit. They talk that. Let them get in a courtroom. And they'll sit up there and go right along with the damn lie. White supremacy is built on collective lying. Them all getting on code with collective ass lies. That's still white supremacy. Just because you're being nice and lying, that's still white supremacy. I'm trying to show Black folks how not to get fooled. They'll talk your damn ear off, splaining, while going along with white supremacy, and then come to us explaining, no, he did have drugs, buddy, We saw George Floyd get murdered. We saw it. And these people try to tell us what we did, what we saw wasn't real. They're going to tell us, no, don't believe your lying eyes. Believe me, I'm white and I say so. And I'm nice. I don't have a problem with Blacks. We're all the same. But I want white supremacy to be maintained. When they tell you George Floyd died of fentanyl, they're telling you we want the maintenance of white supremacy to stay here. Y'all better stop being fooled by nice white supremacist family. Don't be fooled by that. I want y'all to understand this is something very heavy that the family needs to understand. White people are in a position to have the option to be nice. They have the option. They can or they can't. Either way, they're still going to be in power. And white discretion becomes power. See, in a white dominated system, kindness from white supremacy, that's discretionary. A white person can choose to be nice, they can choose to be hostile. And either way, the system cushions their behavior with the presumption of innocence. So that discretionary power, that creates a dynamic where Black survival depends on white moods, not law, not justice. You understand? They understand that's a certain level of power that they have. See, Black protection is criminalized. See, when Black people attempt to form their own protective units, whether through self-defense group, armed patrols, even neighborhood watch, we are targeted as a threat. That was part of the COINTELPRO program targeting the Black Panthers. They said the Black Panthers was the biggest threat to national security. We just wanted to protect ourselves from white supremacists. So that leaves Black people dependent on whether white supremacists choose to behave justly or unjustly. Since the systematic structure blocks independent Black defense, yeah, we can barely defend our damn selves. Just like out there in Ohio, I like to use that as an example. A bunch of Russian white supremacists ran up harassing and assaulting Black people. The Black people defended themselves, and all the Black people got charged. You see? But see, even in that case, see, the white supremacists, when they're hostile, they get excused, but their kindness gets praised. See, when a white person harms a Black person, they get the benefit of the doubt. Well, maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe they were afraid. Maybe the Black person was on fentanyl. But if they show basic decency, society praises them. Well, they're just great people. So they turn kindness, they frame it as like some kind of gift. Like you're doing us a favor by being kind and nice. You ain't doing me no damn favor. Yeah, so when they call up with all of the, hey, brother, we're all in this together, you're not doing me a favor because, yeah, how do you feel about this case? Well, George was on drugs. You ain't doing me no favor. I don't want to hear nothing else. You see, because, yeah, they got this one-way dependency. See, Black people are locked into this bullshit buddy system of survival. We got to rely on white choices other than collective Black infrastructure. See, white people do not rely on Black kindness for their safety. They rely on the state and the law. And that dynamic reinforces white control. So whether a Black person is hostile or nice or whatever, even if the Black person is nice, they can still get on that phone and call the state to come and back them up. That's why innocent Black people who are just delivering packages go into white neighborhoods and they get hemmed up. See, the law, that functions as white backup. See, even if a white person is overly hostile, the law is structured to protect their actions. Police, courts, jury, they're likely to side with them automatically. That's why white people can go and kill a random Black person on a train and be like, oh, yeah, that Black person broke the social contract. He deserved it. So we're going to make Daniel Penny a hero. Yeah. So we Black people have to absorb abuse while hoping for the rare moment of white kindness rather than us having structural guarantees of safety. You see? So that white innocence, it becomes institutionalized. See, the presumption that white people are just good at heart, all that undergirds institutions. See, when white aggression happens, the default narrative shifts towards accusing or making it soft. Well, he didn't know. He didn't know any better. He was on drugs. He was having a mental breakdown. They got a million excuses for white people. They have a million excuses for them. Now, Black people, boy, we are prejudged as dangerous, guilty. We're always the aggressor. And what happens is there's a psychological control through uncertainty. See, for Black people, every interaction with white society that carries a certain level of uncertainty, whether the white person is going to choose to be kind or choose to be hostile. And that uncertainty, that itself, that's a tool of control. See, that keeps Black people cautious. That keeps us, restrained, knowing the consequences of misreading a hostile white person, that could almost be life-threatening. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not fooled with the whole I'm white and nice. So yeah, put your guard down. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm watching your ass. Excuse me. Let's get Sugar. Let's get Miss Sugar. Miss Sugar, hop on in.
Hey, Tariq. Um, I wanted to say, the George Floyd case, he had 11 milliliters of fentanyl. When you have that amount, you can literally touch it and overdose. He literally had cognitive dissonance. He was walking, he was functional. Now, the people that were involved in that case could easily falsify those documents. If he was on fentanyl, it's impossible for him to walk in the store and walk out
Right.
alert
Yeah,
on
yeah,
fentanyl.
people don't walk around and then die from an overdose. No, overdoses are usually very immediate. You don't just function throughout the day. Yeah, overdoses happen pretty quickly. So yeah, that's on white, and I say so. I don't even get into that shit. We saw what happened. We saw the man get choked to death. Yeah, I don't even have to get into that. And we saw him. We saw what happened with our own eyes. We saw this man sitting up here saying he can't breathe. We saw it. Yeah, we're not. I don't do. I'm not even. I don't even dignify the I'm white and I say so narrative because they do that all the time. Y'all remember they did the same thing with Eric Garner when he was being choked by Pantaleo out there in Long Island. They were like, "Well, Eric Garner died of a heart attack. He was fat." They always say that. They always pull that I'm white and I say so shit. That's white supremacy. It's collective lying. That's how white supremacy maintains itself. They all get together. They know how to get together and become collective on a lie. That is their power. Let's get Mikey in here. All right, let's get Mr. Mikey in the building. Mikey, hop on in.
I think it's a very scary thing. I think we're very scary teetling this little line that we got, the left and the right. I think we need to focus on Jesus. And the real thing is honestly, are we okay with allowing these Muslim morals coming into our country? We have to really focus on that.
Now, you say we got to rely on Jesus. Aren't you a Jew? You Jewish?
Yes, exactly I am, but let me tell you one thing. Are Western morals allied with more the Jewish and the Christian, the Judeo-Christian? Or are they allied with Muslim or Islam? You gotta ask yourself that question because it's gonna come over no matter what we think, and we got to prepare
But all of
ourselves
that,
for a war, a
all of,
spiritual
but
war, a
all,
spiritual
but
war.
only all of that is dominated by white supremacy. So what do we do about that?
About white
Yeah,
supremacy.
everything you just named is still dominated by white supremacy.
Absolutely. Do we not have to build ourselves up? Do we have to build our brother up? I don't think they're going to help us, are they?
No, I mean they're dominating everything. So what about that?
So the thing about us is we got to realize that we're no one else is. Do you think the people are flooding in to help us? People are not flooding in to help you. People are not flooding out to help me. We have to figure out each other and we have to be friends. We have to be neighbors. We have to be brothers.
Mhm.
And we have to figure this out so that we can all become an elevated, educated society that can really honestly become.
So how do you feel about reparations for foundational Black Americans?
How do I feel about reparations for foundational Black Americans? Let me say one thing. I think that honestly, you know what, that would be a great start, but it's not going to be the end all be all, is it?
It ain't
What are
supposed
the
to be.
rep?
It's not supposed
Excuse me?
not supposed to be.
No, of course it's not going to be. I think that that would be fantastic. Go ahead, give us a leg up because we've been missing that for a very long time. Not only the African Americans, not only the Black people who were brought over on the slave ships, but listen, that's not going to be the end.
Who else you said not only? What do you mean? What do you mean? You kind of lost me on that one.
Aren't there a lot of indigenous societies in this nation that need help? It's not only help.
Like who? What are you talking about? I'm talking about reparations. You're talking about all these other people. Everybody else got help. We're the only ones who didn't.
You're absolutely right, and I think that it ends there.
Yeah. So, are you in agreement that foundational Black Americans should get reparations, sir?
Yes, absolutely.
Ab-
Foundational reparations the most, and then of course, I mean, any other. They, of course, absolutely, 100%.
There you go. There it is.
I don't disagree with that at all. I just think that that's not. But has anyone made a plan? What happens on the day after you get that?
Why?
I don't think anyone's talking about that.
Did they make a plan on what happens the day after Jewish people got reparations?
Hell no. And that's the problem, isn't it,
No, it's not.
Tariq?
Nobody sees it as a problem, and
Oh, it is the problem, though, isn't it?
nobody's complaining about it. So it's not really a problem. A problem to who? Nobody's complaining.
They are complaining.
Not
But the thing is who worked the hardest in America, at least in America, in North America, in the country who wants the reparations? Who worked the hardest here? The Jews didn't.
slaves. Literally, that's what a slave is. Somebody who's forced to work hard.
That's the point. You're
Right.
absolutely right, Tariq.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, when we get the reparations check, I'll take you to Denny's.
But you know what?
All right. He's trying to play dumb. All right, let me see who else. Yeah, he's kind of playing dumb. They ain't dumb. They start playing talking goofy. All right, let's get Stephen C in the building. Stephen C, hop on in. Watch these white supremacists trying to play dumb. They ain't dumb. Stephen, what's happening?
What's good, man? Hey, thanks for bringing me up, man. Yo, that dude right there, he was trying to talk slick.
Oh, I know. Oh,
He was trying to talk slick, and he kind of caught himself so you wouldn't get at him. But yeah, man, these man, I don't listen. I don't pay them no mind. He knows that his people, white supremacists, are definitely running things,
yeah.
and I don't get why why they're acting like that's not the case. But hey, yo, did you see this video that's out with these two white boys that are rapping, talking about hanging niggas? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah, so yeah, that's them trying to get. Yeah, that's why I don't even talk about it. They're trying to do rage bait. They're trying to get clout off of us being enraged, and I'm not going to even give them that satisfaction. I don't do that because all they do, you start clapping at them, and then they'll turn around and play like Neely Fuller said, white supremacists, they play both sides of the argument all the time. So they'll turn around, they'll go, I didn't know I was being offensive, dude. I was just rapping. I didn't know. I didn't understand the history. Yeah, they all play dumb. Watch the play dumb white supremacists. Watch them, just like this guy who called up playing dumb. The old I didn't know act. Oh, I didn't know. Hey, what? Here? That pretend to be oblivious about racism and historic context and all that. That avoids us responsibility. And then it shifts the burden onto us to educate them. You know? I didn't know. Can you tell me? No. No, no, no. I ain't telling you shit. You know better, and I'm not about to sit here and tap dance and no, 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 They do that false neutrality thing, the both sides play. They try to be neutral or claim to be neutral, as if racism is merely a debate topic. No, no, no. We don't play that game. That whole I'm one of the good ones. They try to present themselves as an exception to racism. Oh, I'm not like those racists. I'm not like them. We're all the same, brother. I'm not a Klansman. They think if they're not running around with a Klan robe, we're supposed to be cool with them. Nope. No, no, no. Show me the Klan robe, because I know who I'm damn dealing with. Yeah, the Klan robe lets me know who I'm dealing with. Yeah. The dangerous ones are the ones who are hiding the robes and working at a damn hospital somewhere. Yeah. Or up in a damn courtroom as a judge. Those are the ones I'm trying to figure out who's who. Because even with the Klan robe, what are you doing when that robe is off? People forget the Klan members, these people who put on them robes, these are judges and doctors and lawyers. You understand? And presidents and other things. Come on now. Let's be real. And you wonder why black women be dying on the birthing table in these hospitals disproportionately more than others. And we have all of these disproportionate negative outcomes from other groups. It's real heavy stuff. All right, let's get a couple of more calls in here because I do got to get rest because we got a lot going on at the Hidden History Museum this weekend, and I know I'm gonna see you guys in the place. I'm gonna see y'all in here. Let's get one more good one. Raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand and let's see who we got. I want to kind of get a new face in here. Raise your hand so we can get some of the new faces in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Let's try. I'm trying to go down here and see some new faces. Tony Soprano. Let's get Tony Soprano. What's up, Tony? What's up, brother?
Yeah, this is Bull Bull. What's going on over there?
What's happening with you, man? I can barely understand what the hell you're saying, but what's on your mind?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use my customer service voice.
Oh, that's what's his name. What's going on, man?
So like I've been watching everything that's going on, and I've been seeing some of these African Americans up in like Chicago, and they was getting like all like detained and everything by ICE and all that. And I just want to know like what you think about that, like because they were saying, oh, it's supposed to be just the Mexicans that's getting stopped and all that.
Okay, yeah, I've already addressed that lie. I've already addressed that. So yeah, we're not really getting detained like that. And I've already addressed that earlier. So you got to go listen to the playback if you didn't catch it. All right. Let's get Wagon Comic in the building. Wagon Comic in the building. All right. Mr. Wagon. Oh, everything's on your mind.
It's good to hear your voice. It's 9:29 over here.
Where you not?
Yeah, Nigeria.
There you go.
Enjoying the morning here, right?
Okay. All
How
right.
you doing?
I,
I'm kind of new on the page, so basically, I'm hoping to get to know all of y'all more and talk about what I do too, because I'm an artist. I make digital works. I make pretty designs, real artworks here, and I'm among like one of the best selling here in the country. So it's very good to join the family. The time I hope we get to know each other better. Yeah.
okay. I hear animals. Are you in the forest right now? What's those animals?
Of course, it's really wild here. I'm actually having a project where I'm actually building some houses around, and it's right in front of a very serene environment, and it's cool. It's in nature.
Okay. I,
Really.
I don't want you to get attacked. I don't want you to be talking to us. Cheetah jump up and bite you back. I don't want that to happen to you, brother. You okay?
It's all good, all good.
Be
It's
safe
all good.
there, brother. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, shit. Because brother, he's about to get into a village story. Hello, I'm an artist. I just wanted to say hello. To follow me, I'm an artist. I am in the jungle as we speak. I'm picking some shea butters, and I own a shea butter factory. I pick it and I sell it, and I got different scents of shea butter. I have mango, I have coconut, I have cinnamon shea butter. So yes, invest. I'm looking for investors to invest in shea butter, my company, and I also rap. Uh, my name is MC Musty G. That is my rap name, Musty G. Yeah. My new album is Get Deodorant or Try Trying. Nigga, I got a good album. Get Deodorant or Die Trying. It's a good album, and I'm a rapper. I opened for Burna Boy at a concert recently, and I'm going to do a duet with Teams, and it's going to be hot fire, my niggas. So I want to promote my record and shea butter and come to the America. So I'm looking for a nice FBA woman to marry me so I can get a fast track to a green card. I have money. I have a big mansion. I'm a Nigerian prince, but when I come to the US, I must pretend to be poor. So I'm going to drive Uber to disguise my wealth. So all of you women, you give me a call and give me your number, and I'll call you. Okay, all right, brother. Oh goodness, yeah, this brother is about to get his finesse game on. But anyway, let me get out of here, family. Listen, y'all come to the Hidden History Museum. It's on and popping this weekend, I'm sorry. Come on down. It's popping. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We're going to see your face in the place at the museum, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. Come on through. Also, get that Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. Rootworkstyle.com. All right, I'm up out of here, guys. Puppy Akute, Lula Vuve to the family. Peace.
Microphone check.